Hi everyone, welcome to Vivadivine on YouTube. This is the V-Blog and this is a Divine Podcast. Well, hello everyone and welcome to the first edition of Vivadivine on YouTube, the Divine Podcast. And I'm so excited that we get a chance to do this. Sometimes it's really difficult to actually sit down and make that video. There's so much going on these days. Lots of interesting turns have happened in the journey that I've been on. And so I was thinking the other day, I come out of meditation a lot of times with a lot of really great insights. And wouldn't it be easier to just actually sit down and take a moment to put those thoughts into, words and do an audio and just kind of pop it up there on YouTube and let everything just kind of, roll on its own. So you'll probably be hearing a lot more podcasts. So, just listen out for the podcast. I just want to say a big thank you to all the subscribers and the viewers who have been watching the videos, especially the Spiritual Awakening Symptoms video. I get messages frequently during the week that people are commenting and they're saying, oh my God, I really needed this. I thought I was crazy, or it's good to know that I'm not the only one that's going through this. And so what that tells me is that there's a lot of people that are still going through these shifting physiological changes. And of course, it's kind of picking up than where it was, 5, 6, 7 years ago, because there's all this energy now that's pushing people forward. It's pushing people's spirit up. The earth is also shifting. Outside of our planet, the energies are also building. So naturally, that would mean that we are all feeling the effects of this awakening that's happening throughout the world, throughout the universe. It's just not just limited to us here. So I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to also just kind of go over really quickly why this situation is occurring in you and other people, and why it happened to me. Basically, you may have had some kind of catalyst that shook your life up, or you got to a place where you realized things have to change, and you just started noticing things were interesting. Your life, your existence is interesting, and so it created a catalyst for you to start waking up. And as you start to make these changes on a deeper level, the energy inside of you basically is shifting. It's affecting everything, your mind, your heart, your spirit, and of course the physical aspects. These energies are moving and it's creating change within inside of you and your cells. And so you have these physiological responses to that energy. And so, of course, as we talked about in the video, some of the things could be the headaches, migraines out of nowhere. I know I experienced that. I had a lot of weird jaw pain, which, went to the dentist. There's nothing wrong with my teeth, just really weird, odd things. Waking up at certain times of the night on a regular basis, because you're being cleared out and overnight you're relaxed. So a lot of that energy is being worked out. Very sensitive, emotionally sensitive for some people. Some people might start shedding a lot of the emotions and the energies that were built up basically on the life that you've lived. Energies that have stayed in your system because of past relationships that are still not completely worked through, maybe some childhood issues, lots of different physiological things. And these things will be to different degrees and intensities and lengths depending on the kind of life and your life experience so far. I always encourage people to always seek medical help because sometimes it's very important to make sure that what you're experiencing is not something that is really detrimental to your health or is a health crisis. But if you're like me and you went to the doctor and the doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you and your migraines were just some weird anomaly that you are going through and you learn to just kind of go with the flow, you actually got into that place of a little bit of surrender, of not really knowing what's happening to you, but being aware that something is. And I can say that's exactly what I experienced. I just dealt with it. But one of the things I think that really helped me is that I took the advice of, a lot of great people who had already been through it before. They never really told me what was going on, but they just kind of gave me advice. I take that back. One person did specifically tell me. And it was, along the lines of you're ascending, so you need to start taking care of yourself, get out in nature more, connect with nature. And nature has a lot of stable energy, mainly because nature just is. It's not trying to be anything other than it is. I always say a tree is just a tree. It doesn't try to be a rock. It doesn't try to be a house. It doesn't try to be a mountain. So you get out in nature, and a lot of that energy from that environment can stabilize you. Get grounded. Get out, barefoot and walk in the grass and really ground yourself. Create roots to the core of this planet in your mind so you stay grounded. Learning to meditate is, of course, a very important part of this process. And there are many different ways that you can learn meditation. There are many different avenues. There's great stuff on YouTube called binaural beats. And these things will help to kind of calm that brain down, ease that monkey mind, so you can get a little bit calmer over a period of time and just learn to silence the mind and allow the process to take its time with you. Another thing is, don't rush this. You get really excited once you kind of find out what's going on. Don't rush it. Let it happen naturally for you. I didn't rush this entire process. As a matter of fact, I kind of feel like I've been guided through it step by step. I started learning certain things and learning how to take care of myself. Get as much rest as you can. Take time for yourself. This process is very important, especially when it comes to your solitude and learning how to listen to that inner voice that you've been covering for so long. It's going to start surfacing. My biggest encouragement to you is to embrace it. Really embrace it. A lot of things are going to change. Your friendships are going to change, and your relationships are going to change. They don't end, they just shift, mainly because your energy is changing. People that you were around for a really long time, you may suddenly find that you can't really communicate with them, or you can't really connect or relate to them. And it's normal. Your energy is shifting. And if you don't allow for those situations in your life to be released, you can't move forward and grow spiritually, and neither can the other person. So it's really important not to be afraid when relationships start to change. Just, release it with love, and you will feel this growing sense of it's okay. They're not gone. We're just moving in different directions for now. One of the biggest things that I want you to kind of look forward to, and a lot of people ask me about this, is, I just want to get to that bliss. And I'm going to be honest, there is bliss. But are you going to have problems in life still? Of course. But as you get to a place where everything gets a little bit clearer, your choices are going to be better, and therefore you won't make those same mistakes you've made. You will actually start recognizing the patterns that have kept you locked in a certain way of thinking. You're going to release limiting beliefs and attitudes. You're going to be able to see things about yourself that you may have never seen before, things that were holding you back. And so this whole physiological situation is clearing out all those energies to make that possible. So people have asked me, where am I at this stage in the process? Wow. Like I said, a lot of things have happened. A lot of amazing things have happened. I think I went through my symptoms a little bit faster, basically because, as I said before, once I realized what was occurring in my life, I embraced it 100%. And because of that, I was able to open up to a lot of this energy, and it allowed me to start attracting people into my life that were actually people that were really great mentors and guides, and they really helped me with this whole experience and enhance it and expand it. And so I went through my symptoms relatively quickly. And once you get through the initial part, there is another part where you're going to start going through some deeper things in your life that need to be addressed. And those might take a little bit more work, a little bit more effort, but you will start to notice that you have a lot of assistance to make it through those difficult parts. I'm in a place of, and it's just sometimes indescribable, of immense, immense peace within me. It's like my soul is completely at rest at this point in my life. And that's because I'm a diligent student. I guess partially that's due to the fact that what I want to do in life, I have to be diligent about my efforts in making sure that I stay grounded, I stay clear, and I also stay connected. So for me, meditation is a practice. It is daily, and it is at least 3 hours a day. I don't play with my mind. I do not allow things in my mind that could prevent that connection from flowing freely within me. There is a joy attached to that peace. Even though there are a lot of things happening in the world today that are very disturbing, you're going to start this ability within yourself to look at these things with a very, very neutral eye and understand, of course, the deeper reasons why they're occurring. You're also going to discover the truth of your soul. It is the most amazing discovery, and it will empower you. You will get to see a visual in your heart and in your mind about what you are and where you're from, and you will start living that every single day. But again, you've got to be a conscientious and a diligent student in the growth of your spirit. But the thing that I can tell you that I have experienced that is beyond the imagination and has enhanced my life and brought things, situations, people, it's beyond manifestation. It's not even manifestation. It is being totally in line with my spiritual truth. When you begin to feel the power of love in your life, and when I'm talking about love, I'm not talking about this basic emotion that we define as love here. I am referring to the creative force of love. When you start to feel it, and the first time you feel it, you'll notice it feels like a hum, a powerful hum that your body can't actually hold. It feels like, whoa, this is overwhelming. When you start to feel that, that is how you know you have reached a point in your journey that is just really, really beautiful. This kind of love is the kind of love I think we've all been seeking most of our lives, but we haven't understood that it really is at our core. And once we start to spiritually awaken, once we start to step into who we really are beyond our physicality, that inner power starts to get connected to the power that we have been disconnected from or loosely connected to most of our lives. And it starts to flow. And it starts to move your life in ways that you've never moved before. It will open you up. Love opens you up to so much information. Why? Because love is a creative force. And in order to create, in order to inspire, in order to be inspired, you need all the tools, you need all the information, the ingredients in order to create and inspire and live. And love does that. And so when you start to feel it, you start to feel like I can create anything. So I can create anything I want. And basically I am. I'm creating the life that I want day by day, step by step. Is it easy? Do you get off track? It's challenging sometimes because we live in a world where things bombard you. And I will tell you that within you, you start to feel a centeredness, a balance, a wholeness within yourself. And you'll be able to recognize when things on the outside are disturbing that creative energy within you. And so you're always aware of keeping it connected. You will become so protective of yourself and not allow anything or anyone to disturb that force. It is primary in your life because if anything is disturbing it, it is affecting your connection. It's affecting your walk, and it's affecting the way you move on your path. So you will start to feel it. You'll start to connect with it. That's higher. Your thoughts will start to change. Your thoughts will start to be of a higher level. You'll become so much more compassionate because as you deal with people, you understand their level of connectiveness. And therefore, your compassion will grow. So where you are in discovering your situation that you're awakening and you're having the physical manifestations or the physiology is adapting or shifting to allow you to have those energies come in is only the beginning. And keep pushing forward, knowing that it is going to get better, knowing that everything is being done or everything that is occurring to you is happening for your greater spiritual good. And then when you start to feel the difference, turn around, look back, and you'll say, I know that something is guiding me. I know that this is my path. I just want to leave you with that positive idea and to develop that positive mindset that this is an amazing journey for you and it is full of constant learning. It never stops. And as you begin to open up more, you will begin to understand more. You will see what this is all about. And life will actually begin to make sense and feel exactly the way it was supposed to feel the entire time. Okay? So if you want to read some more, you can always go on the blog, vivadivine.blogspot.com. I work with the A-Team and an amazing team of light, mentors, teachers. Hang in there, guys. Don't give up. Do not get discouraged. And just always remember to live in awareness, live in spirit, and always live in love, because that is the divine life.